Hey everyone, Shabby Gamer here, and welcome back to some more Fallout 4. Now, last episode we made it into the Institute for the very first time, so I don't know anything about this yet. We literally just fast travelled in, and we've been given the quest of Inside Job, where we need to insert a network scanner holotape into the terminal to try and get some information. Also, we need to... I believe we need to find the... find a serum for Virgil as well, and of course we're in here looking for our son. That's the main thing, so I wonder if we'll find anything about that. So here we are. We can now travel in, I believe. So that's this is the way out then, I'm assuming. This is the way that we can sort of fast travel back out of here. And here we are. So I think we can access the terminal straight away. We can. So you can put the holotape in. It says use, but emergency relay offline. There's nothing much we can do on here. It just says view access log. Ah, hang on a minute. Load holotape. That's what I want. Network scanner. Initiate network scan. There we go. Do we go now and do that, or... We have taken the tape out, haven't we? Yeah, we've got the tape. Do we do that now, or do we explore first? I think we might explore first.
Hello.
Someone said hello. Who's that?
If you might make it here. You're quite resourceful. I am known as Father. The Institute is under my guidance. I know why you're here. I'd like to discuss things with you face to face. Please, step into the elevator.
This is an elevator. Ooh. It's very futuristic in here, isn't it?
I can only imagine what you've heard, what you think of us. I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression.
I'll go in open-minded.
Welcome to the Institute.
Wow, this is posh down here, isn't it?
This is the reality of the Institute. This place, these people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival.
This place is really posh.
Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future. It has never been easy, and our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground. Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable. I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. But that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are here for your son.
That's not even there, is it?
Don't have the key.
Ugh.
Would need the key.
I'll find the key. Hey, a clean coffee cup. That's when you do that. Get some ceramics. So where's the key then? Take the vases, more ceramic. We came down here in the lift. That was the only way we could have come, I believe. It says we need to find the key. This is locked elsewhere.
Only opens with a key.
Maybe this was the wrong place to come down to. Maybe we didn't need to come down here then. That could have been Shaun in that cell though. It's difficult to tell, isn't it, really? Maybe there must have been a different way that I missed. And back down here. I don't know, the lift's the only way to go, isn't it? Yeah, we came down the posh lift, and the only place we could have gone is in that lift. That's a security camera. No, there must be something in this room then. Something in this room is going to take us through the door to the next place by the looks of it. Because there's no way. It brought us down this lift. It told us we had to go into this lift, so there must be something in here that takes us where we need to go. Hi, Shaun.
Shaun?
Huh? Yes, I'm Shaun.
Shaun? Is that really you?
Who are you?
Shaun, it's me. I'm your dad.
Father, what's going on? What's happening?
Like he just accepted me as his dad that quickly.
Shaun, are you okay? You're not hurt, are you?
What's going on? Father? Father!
What do you want me to do, Shaun? What can I do?
I don't know you. Go away. Father! Father, help me! There's someone here. Help me!
Who is Father? Where is he?
Father? Father, help me! He's trying to take me! Father? Father, help me!
What have you done to him?
Shaun. S923, recall code Cirrus. Fascinating.
Is he a synth?
The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's a prototype, you understand. We're only just now beginning to explore the effects of extreme emotional stimuli. Please try and keep an open mind. I recognize that you are emotional, and that your journey here has been fraught with challenges. Let's start anew. I am Father. Welcome to the Institute.
Father? That's your name? Your title?
Father is my unofficial title. It's what I've come to mean to the people of the Institute, just as you mean to your son, to Shaun.
I'll make this very simple. Where is my son?
He's here, in the Institute. Closer than you think. But I need you to realize that this situation is far more complicated than you could have imagined. You have traveled very far, and suffered a great deal to find your son. Well, your tenacity and dedication have been rewarded. It's good to finally meet you. After all this time, it's me. I am Shaun. I am.
Piss off. It is, look at him. It is, isn't it? I just noticed if you look at his face, he's a mixture of our character and the character the mother was.
How is that even possible?
I know this is a lot to take in. In the vault.
I said this right at the bloody beginning, didn't I? We've got no idea how long we're in the vault for.
From your pod, and when searching,
We had no idea how long we're in the vault for, so we had no idea how long or how old our son was going to be.
son was no longer an infant, but a 10-year-old boy. You believed that 10 years had passed. Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10, but 60 years? That is the reality. And here I am, raised by the Institute, and now its leader.
But why? Why take a child? Why take you?
Ah, now that's the question, isn't it? Why me? At that time, the year 2227, the Institute had made great strides in synth production. But it was never enough. Scientific curiosity and the goal of perfection drove them ever onward. What they wanted was the perfect machine. So they followed the best example thus far. The human being Walking, talking, fully articulate, capable of anything.
Human synths? Really?
Human-like synths. A great distinction. The Institute endeavored to create synthetic organics. The most logical starting point, of course, was human DNA. Plenty of that was available, of course. But it had all become corrupted. In this wasteland, radiation affected everyone. Even in their attempts to shield themselves from the world above, members of the Institute had been exposed. Another source was necessary. But then the Institute found me after discovering records from Vault 111. An infant, frozen in time, protected from the radiation-induced mutations that had crept into every other human cell in the Commonwealth. I was exactly what they needed. And so it was my DNA that became the basis of the synthetic organics used to create every human-like synth you see today. I am their father. Through science, we are family. The synths, me, and you.
And you've been down here the whole time?
I have. Yes. I know you must have.
No, you haven't.
Please.
You haven't been down here the whole time, because we saw memories of Kellogg, who had you in the city, didn't we?
Kellogg? He worked for you?
Kellogg. He was an Institute asset long before I arrived here. It wasn't until I became director that I learned of all the things he'd done. What kind of man he was.
You knew the man was a psychopath, but you used him anyway?
Would you have preferred that I turned him loose on the Commonwealth? At least keeping him on a short leash kept the collateral damage to a minimum. The Institute took advantage of Kellogg's vicious nature. I will freely admit that. Institute technology prolonged his life, and his usefulness far beyond any normal human lifespan. He never failed the Institute, but his cruelty became more apparent with every completed objective. I won't lie. It's no coincidence your path crossed his. It seemed a fitting way to allow you, us, to have some amount of revenge. What else can I say to ease your mind?
Your mother. She never got to see you grow up?
Yes. What happened to her was... I've gone over the records of the incident, of course. It seems her death was an unfortunate bit of collateral damage.
Collateral damage? Is that all she was to you?
I forget that it's been such a short time for you. I don't have any direct memories. And I've had my entire life to cope with the loss. Has it always been easy? Of course not. But I've done my best to move on and live my life. For many years, I never questioned who my parents were. I accepted my situation, and that was that. With old age comes regret. And asking what if more often. But what matters now is that you and I have a chance to begin again. What else can I say to ease your mind?
So you're in charge of the Institute?
I am the acting director, yes. I spent decades working to reach this point. It's a responsibility I take very seriously. The Institute. It's important. It really is humanity's best hope for the future, no matter what those above ground might think of us.
But, director? Why you?
I was the most qualified for the position, obviously. I've lived my life within these walls, dedicated to science like every other member of the Institute. My hard work has paid off. Ultimately, the Commonwealth has nothing to fear from us. Whatever you've seen or heard, I know I can convince you of that. Just give me time. I know there's more for us to discuss. But the Institute is on the verge of some important breakthroughs. Your presence would be appreciated as we approach them. I've been a part of something amazing here. I've helped to build a life for myself and the people of the Institute. And now, after all these years, you have an opportunity to help with that. Doesn't that intrigue you? Isn't that what you want?
You want me to stay here? In the Institute?
Yes, that is what I propose. Is it so hard to imagine? The Institute can provide a better life than anything above ground. You've been in the Commonwealth. You've seen what it's like. I assure you that you are better off with us.
How can you say that? How can you be so dismissive of all those people? Everything they've done?
Because it is the simple truth. And I believe you know it too. I simply ask that you give the Institute, me, a chance. A chance to show you what I've been telling you. We really do have humanity's best interest at heart. Will you take that chance?
I'll have a look.
All right.
Thank you.
I'll see what they're up
The
to.
Institute is now your home, as much as it is mine. Please take some time, get to know it. Meet the people you'll be working with. You'll want to introduce yourself to the division heads. Dr. Fillmore in Facilities, Dr. Ayo in SRB, Dr. Holdren in Bioscience, and finally Dr. Lee in Advanced Systems. They've all been...
Dr. Lee? Is that the same Dr. Lee as Fallout 3?
Meet them, and then we'll discuss what comes next.
Okay. I must admit, I don't know what to say. I really don't. I really don't want to say. I'm not happy. I'll admit that right now. I'm not happy. I sort of am disappointed. I sort of want to destroy these people. I tell you, I've never had a game that just... That hit me, that did, really. When that happened, I was so shocked. Let's go down, everyone's downstairs by the looks of it. Yeah, that shocked me so much, that did. Was not expecting that at all. I don't know why, because I even said about it early on in the game. I even said there's a possibility that he could be that age, but then it still tricked me.
You really are here. Well, all right. I'm Allie Fillmore. You can think of me as the Institute's chief engineer. When Father told us about you, I could hardly believe it. You've been through so much, I think most people would have just given up. If you don't mind my asking, what was it that kept you going all that time?
I wanted to kill the son of a bitch who murdered my wife.
Kellogg always was a cold bastard. If you ask me, we're better off without him. Now, I'll give you a quick rundown of the Facilities Division, and then I'll answer any questions you might have afterward. As you might guess, we keep the Institute's mechanical and electrical systems running smoothly. We maintain and upgrade all of the systems that make it possible to live and work in a place like this. There's a lot of machinery behind these walls that recycles the air and water and provides power to the laboratories and quarters. The work we do might not be as exciting as some of the other departments, but it's at least as important. So, now that you're here and you've spoken to Father, does that mean you're on board?
I'm just looking around.
I see. Well, please do mind what you touch. Sensitive equipment here, not like topside. If there's anything else you'd like to know about the Facilities Division, I'm happy to discuss it.
It must be a challenge to meet the power demands of a place like this.
Absolutely. We scratch and scrape for every precious ounce of voltage that we can. Over the years, we've learned a few tricks that help supplement our power budget. When necessary, we can tap into select sources on the surface. We take only what we need, of course. Fortunately, Advanced Systems is always working on new solutions to generate more energy. It's a good thing, too, because the demand is always increasing. You don't even want to know what a single use of the molecular dematerializer consumes. That's the third primary drive breakdown this.
Okay, I'm done with you now.
As far as I'm concerned, the phase out on these older models can't go.
I'm still a little bit speechless about what's happened.
Authorized personnel only.
So Dr. Ayo thinks he can hide in his office, does he? Well, you can tell him that I intend to speak to Father about these unannounced security sweeps of yours. Ransacking my quarters in the middle of the night is totally unacceptable.
I'll pass along your message, Doctor.
See that you do.
Welcome to the Institute, sir.
I killed one of your friends.
Operating at full capacity.
Do. Come on. I don't like these missions where you just got to walk around and talk to people. They're a bit boring, aren't they, really? But I want to see Dr. Lee.
Carry on,
On the
sir.
targeting package upgrades I asked for. Maybe I should take some courses with me. Send a message.
Hi.
Always be vigilant.
Let me in the door.
We have
Percentage
many
it is between
enemies.
us and pretty much all the other departments.
You going soft on me, Alana?
Hi, Doc.
So, here you are. Justin Ayo, Acting Director of the Synth Retention Bureau. I'll be upfront with you. We're going to be keeping a close eye on you for the near future. Despite your relation to Father, you're a bit of an unknown quantity. I'm sure you understand. There won't be any issues, will there?
Why? Don't you trust me?
I'll be honest. You're an outsider. The first outsider to be allowed access to the Institute in quite a long time, in fact. There's little precedent for this situation, so it's only natural to take extra precautions, It's nothing personal, I assure you. Now, Father has asked that I provide you with a brief overview of the synth retention. Our primary responsibility is the recovery of escaped synths that are hiding among the human population on the surface.
If the synths want to be free, you should let them.
Synths do not want. They might look like human beings, but they're machines. As to why they're escaping? That matter is currently under investigation. Our main instrument is the Courser, a third-generation synth assigned to operate on the surface. Coursers hunt down and reclaim synths that have escaped the Institute. They are highly self-sufficient, trained in combat, infiltration, and tracking. In a word, our Coursers are relentless. But I gather you know all this, since you've encountered one already. In fact, I'd very much like to know how you defeated it.
I hate to break it to you, but your Courser wasn't all that tough.
Then it's likely the unit was defective. It's rare, but faults can occur from time to time. I suppose I'll have to ask robotics to perform detailed diagnostics on the entire production run. As if we don't have enough problems. Now, unless you need something else, I'll get back to work.
I'd like to know more about the synth reclamation process.
Fine. Once a Courser has located a rogue synth, it uses that synth's recall code to wipe its memories and render it inert. We then begin the delicate process of restoring the neural pathways to their original configuration. In those cases where the procedure is successful, the synth returns to duty with no memory of its time on the surface. All too often, we're unable to repair the damage and are forced to dispose of the unit entirely.
It's an honor to meet you, sir.
Yeah, I'm not enjoying the Institute, to be completely honest with you. I'm not enjoying them at all. I'm sort of not opposed to destroying them completely. I thought there might be something when we came to meet the Sims. I thought there might be something that might encourage me to stick with them, but I just don't. I don't feel it. I just feel now that I've come to meet them. I was looking for our son, really angry at the kidnapping, and now all of a sudden I just feel worse. They're just a bunch of dicks, aren't they? I wasn't sure before, but now I'm convinced that I want to stick with the railroad. I think that's the best way forward. Not the railroad, sorry, the Minutemen. How do I get in that door there? Just entered a little tiny doorway for no reason. Let me out. Yeah, I wasn't overly sure, but now I'm convinced. Dr. Madison Lee from Fallout 3.
It's you.
It is you, isn't it?
You're here then. Yes, yes, I know who you are. We all do. While I'm sure Father is very happy that you're here, I do hope it doesn't interrupt our work.
Well, that's insulting.
I'm sorry. Not my intention. There's just quite a bit going on right now, and your arrival has the potential to throw things off schedule. Oh, before I forget, let me see that Pip-Boy of yours. I've been told to install a courser chip in it for you. Father's orders. You're to be given full access, with the ability to relay in and out of the Institute at will.
Thank you. I'm sure that'll come in handy.
Given that the relay...
Means we can sneak in and kill them all and sneak out again.
Handy is something of an understatement. In case the significance is lost on you, you'll be the only one here with that kind of access. If nothing else, it should demonstrate the amount of trust Father has placed in you. Now, unless there's something else, I really do need to get back to work.
I'd like a progress report on your division, if you don't mind.
Taking your new appointment in stride, I see. Very well. We've shifted resources off of other projects, like the Child Synth, to focus on Phase 3. I'm hoping that the above-ground efforts are successful. I understand those depend heavily on you.
Depend heavily on me?
I'm good for now. Thanks.
All right.
Don't know what they've got planned for me. It's not going to happen though, I'm telling you. I'm not happy with these Institute people at all. I don't know when we're going to get to make a choice of what we want to do, but I want to stick with the Minutemen. We built our thing there anyway. We built the teleporter with the Minutemen anyway, so yeah, I'm not impressed. Oh, hydroponics, is it?
Dr. Holdren's synth
It's Harambe.
showing promising results.
It's quite cool actually. They've got plants growing.
Nightmare.
They've got a couple of gorillas in here. So they're actually doing some good scientific work, but they're not necessarily... it's the way they're doing it. They're probably doing the right stuff. They're just not doing it very well.
Doc.
There's still people.
So good to have you here. Dr. Clayton Holdren, head of the Bioscience Division.
After all,
I can't wait for you to see the work we're doing. It's truly amazing.
Hold on to our own humanity.
I look forward to learning more about it.
In that case, let me give you a brief overview of what we do here. As the name implies, the Bioscience Division specializes in fields of study such as botany, genetics, and medicine. Our most important directive is to ensure the health and well-being of everyone in the Institute. To that end, we cultivate highly specialized breeds of flora for use in food and medicine. We've even started to explore the idea of synthetic animal life. You probably saw the gorillas. They're really just a pet project at this point, but the potential is exciting nonetheless.
The gorillas are synths too?
They are indeed. Judging by your reaction, we've done a good job making them seem lifelike. The initiative is still in its early stages, but the prospects are very exciting. I'm sure
I quite like this guy.
Enough of your time as it is. But I have to ask, have you decided whether you'll join us?
I'm an outsider. Would there even be a place for me here?
Even if science isn't your passion, there are plenty of ways to contribute. Our projects sometimes require an agent who can work on the surface to observe and gather information. From what I've heard, you are both fearless and resourceful. I think you'd be ideal for that kind of role. In any case, I imagine you'll want to continue looking around. Or, if you prefer, I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have.
No, I think I'm okay.
I'm good for now. Thanks.
Take care, then.
See, that guy seems quite nice, actually. I think he's very good at what he does. I think he's developed a lot of really good stuff here. But at the end of the day, they're advancing themselves, and they seem to say that they're designed for trying to help humanity. But at the same time, they're not giving any of this to humanity. They're keeping it all for themselves. So now we need to go and speak to Father. We'll do that quickly before the end of the mission. see what he's got to say to us. But yes.
So much research.
So he's up there. How do I get up there?
Remember to keep
The stairs there, are they? Yes, there are stairs there. So this will be interesting. I don't really want to join the Institute, I must admit. I want to just destroy him, basically. How do I get up there? Up here. Around here into here.
Now that you've had a chance to see the Institute firsthand, what do you think?
First things first. How do I get back to the surface?
The same way you got in, of course. You are not a prisoner here. You may come and go as you please. Ultimately, all our knowledge and resources are focused on a single goal. The goal is best summarized by our motto: mankind, redefined. Unfortunately, no advancement comes without occasional setbacks. As remarkable as our synths are, they can be dangerous without proper supervision. The superior synth mind and body attempting to wrestle with something approaching free will can be a recipe for chaos.
What do you mean by proper supervision?
I mean that while they are here in the Institute, fulfilling the purpose for which they were designed, our synths perform admirably. As you're about to see, however, they can become unpredictable when set loose. A rogue synth has taken over the Raider gang at Libertalia. His memories have been erased, and his identity altered. He believes he's a man named Gabriel. Under his leadership, the Raiders have taken many innocent lives. I've dispatched a courser to Libertalia. I'd like you to join him and reclaim that synth.
Who erased his memories? And why?
Those idealistic radicals who call themselves the Railroad are behind it. We'll deal with them in time. But right now, the priority is to reclaim that synth before more harm is done. Now you should get moving. Many people are in danger, and a delay could cost lives.
Okay, looks like we haven't got a choice. We have to do this mission anyway, so we'll go and do it, because either way, we're not doing anything bad as such, are we? All we're doing is... Is that a bed? All we're doing is taking out a raider gang as far as we're concerned. So, in the plus side, we're not exactly breaking any of our own sort of code of ethics. We're just taking down a raider gang which are killing innocent people, so that's not a problem. So we'll do that, but again, that will be something that we do get onto in the next episode. So of course, as always, if you have enjoyed this episode, then please do let me know by hitting that like button. And of course, if you are new around here and you want to see some more Fallout 4, then please hit that subscribe button as well. I've been Shabby Gamer, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all very, very soon for some more Fallout 4.